Hello. I want to explain something. That I'm a fighter. They knocked me down for over a decade when I had me convicted illegally of child abuse and assault and battery of a minor and fourth-degree sex offense. They really knocked me down on fighting them. That's what they wanted to do. But I stood back up in 2002 and ran for state's attorney of Howard County. And then I ran for county council in 2002 also. Almost won until they knocked me down with all kind of news publicity that I'm a multiple child molester, child abuser, etc., etc., etc. Now they've been trying to knock me down, saying every time I get out of my property. Fuck you, you assholes. You can't do this to a citizen. I must be crazy when I confront zoning enforcement that just passed a zoning law last night and tried to enact it today. I'm grandfathered. The more I stood up for my rights, the more they say, you see, you're suffering from flashbacks from Vietnam. You're mentally ill. You need help, Mr. Bly. The more they did that, the more I stood up after 2002. I even wrote a book, and I published it titled Born Screwed in the USA. By the end of 2001, I had it copywritten. It's free of charge at raybly.com. In 2015, they took everything I own away from me because of that illegal felony conviction. And they were taking my wife away. So I went to the court. Okay. The SWAT team beat me up, threw me in a mental institution. They diagnosed me with every mental illness. I had everybody laughing and everybody coming to me for psychological help because I lived the life. I never used drugs, but I lived with a bunch of mentally ill people that was on prescription drugs, wacko. My mother's family was really wacko, most of them. On prescription drugs, didn't even know who they were most of the time, including my two sisters. But I stood right up and fought, played the game in the mental institution. 14 days to kick me out. You know what I did when I came home? I saw Crazy Ray's customers parked all up and down Route 1, blocking the travel lanes again, so I went out there, videotaped it, put it on the internet, and called the damn police and said, do your damn job instead of working for these people. Get the cars off of Route 1, tow them and ticket them. Wait a minute, I just got thrown against a wall, beaten up by a SWAT team, threatened by a judge, everything I owned was taken away from me, including my wife, and I'm still fighting the police because they're not caring about the surrounding people, property owners. They only care about Crazy Rays because they work for them. That didn't work. A week later, next weekend, they did it again. So I videotaped them again. And I called the state police this time. That was by the end of October. There hasn't been a car parked on Route 1 illegally or on any of our private properties anymore. Because if they see anybody walking into the junkyard, they tell them to go move your car quickly off of Super 8 or off of Mission Place or off of the gas station or off of my property. I'm still fighting. That must make me mentally ill. Any normal, sane person would have given up decades ago. Like all my friends said I should have done. Just walked away and claimed bankruptcy. The first month I owned the house when they condemned it and told me they weren't going to let me do anything to this house. They wanted it gone. And I couldn't live here with my wife and young daughter at that time. I only had one child at 75. But is this great America? You poor people in Baltimore City, I don't care what color you are. We're all being screwed by this government and by the politically elite, which is all colors too. The politically elite don't give a damn about you. They care about corporations and stuff that help them get elected, or special interest groups. I'm a fighter. I will fight to make Baltimore, all of Baltimore, look like the Inner Harbor. But I'm not going to condemn homes under eminent domain and force you out, giving you pennies on the dollar. I'm going to get you a job. I'm going to get you an education. I want to fight to get free health care, dental care, and eye care for everybody in America. We deserve it. We need to rebuild our infrastructure instead of infrastructure in Afghanistan, Iraq, and all these other damn countries, and giving all these dictators tens of millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars a year of our tax money, which ends up in their pocket instead of actually going to help people in El Salvador, Honduras, and stuff. Give it to the Christian organizations down there that are trying to help them. They know how to spend the money. They know how to get the stuff and what the people need. You give it to their government and their dictators, it ain't going to get to the people. Give it to the actual Christian associations. Thank you.